This episode is sponsored by Legacy Ink Publishing, where real creators leave real marks. Let's begin.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Conversation with the OGs. I'm Meatball.
I'm Bert.
And I'm Dre.
And today we're going to be talking about starting over and when to call it quits. What that sound like to you, Dre?
I feel like when a person is younger, it's easy for them to start over, have fun, get to know, your worth, your likes, your wants, and what you're not going to accept. But at some point, you can't be too picky. You can't be thinking you're worth more than what you really are. And I'm not trying to be funny with that when I say that. A lot of people, they self-esteem is crazy. You know what I mean?
So Dre, hold on. Now we're talking about when to start and when to call it quits. So what jumped out at me is this. As a male, I believe a man has more options than a woman. I think a man can start over at a later age than a woman.
Not a broke man.
Okay. Well, a broke man can still start over. He's got to deal with a broker woman than what he is. But he's still got more options than her. If a man, let's just say,
you said that.
Okay, let's say if a man making $30,000 a year, as long as he fucking around with a Section 8 chick, he good.
But that switch too. What if she making $30,000? She dealing with a guy that sit home play a PlayStation that work at McDonald's. So that switches.
Well, but see, they do that all the time, bro.
Yeah.
They do that all the time. A woman go to work, a man drop her off, he keep her car, he shoot moves. We see men tearing these women cars up all the time.
But I think we're missing the big picture of starting over. To me, what I'm getting out of the subject is, what age do you just call it quits and say that I'm not doing this no more? We start dating from the age of, some people start dating from the age of 15 to 35 or to 40 or to 50. So at what age do you say that I'm not dating no motherfucker no more? I'm not cooking, washing clothes, I'm not playing wifey, I'm not doing that shit no more. I've reached the point to say, hey, this didn't work. I done put 10 years in and it didn't work. I'm not doing it no more. For instance, me, if my relationship, which is just fine right now, does not work, I'm not dating no more. I'm not getting to know a motherfucker all over again. I'm not getting to know your dislikes and want you to know my dislikes and my personality and my attitude. I'm not doing it. I'm jangling with a purpose, with benefits. That's what I do.
So you saying, Barb, for you, the cutoff is 50. So at 50 years old, you yourself, you ain't finna give another man a chance to be in a relationship with you.
I'm not.
So your cutoff is 50.
I'm done.
I'm 50. I'm thinking like in my relationship.
But see, you, like you say, you have more options than I am. I'm not giving nobody no baby about this time. So if I'm meeting somebody, what if I meet somebody who ain't got no kids? He ain't having no kids with me. What if I'm meeting somebody who want to go 10, 15 rounds because he's a young buck? I ain't going that many rounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, for me, I'm looking at, if I do, I'm going to get into it with somebody that I know, and I still got to start over. I still got to rebuild, and I'm just not willing to put in that work. I'm not willing to rebuild with nobody no more.
But see, I agree with you, Barb. I think at 50 years old, for a woman, she have to really think about what she doing right now. Because for a woman to start over at 50 years old, I think that'll bring her to her destruction. Because she gotta learn, she gotta cater. All the other men she been with, she gotta disconnect from them and give it a try. So I get you at 50. And a man at 50, come on with it. I think a man can sit up here and get with a woman, still have 2-3 women. You still got men out here jumping off the top.
Still have kids and stuff, but most women, once they get 50 and up, most women don't want no kids. Most women ain't thinking about having no more kids. Most women thinking about finding somebody who about to retire with good benefits and secure the bag. That's the only reason she getting married. She don't give a fuck about loving you and no sex and nothing like that. She want that money.
So if you was talking to a young girl, I ain't gonna say a young girl. Let's say you talking to a female that's 35 years old, and you at 50. Your advice to her goes something like this, girl. If you got any doubts about this man now, you need to cut him off.
Cut him off. Don't waste your time. Don't be with nobody. That's where we as women make a lot of mistakes at, and this is why we have to start over. And this is why starting over for women is so difficult. Period. But I do know a lot of people that are in relationships right now that say if it don't work, they ain't starting over no more.
I'm one of them people, but I'm gonna say a little bit different. I don't feel like it's an age thing. My mindset is this time we growing up in the generation, how everything is moving now. Back then, men and women were more appreciative. We catered to each other. Now it's like a dog fight. Everybody coming with their hands out looking for something. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like, the only reason, like me and my girl, I've been knowing my girl since the 1st grade. So we go back. I pretty much have a resume on her. I got a Carfax on her, if you want to say something like that. If me and her didn't work out, I would never be in another relationship, because I don't have the time to waste to try to get to know this person, to see if they creeping, if they sneaking, can we build? Because you got to think the first 2 years you invest into this person, you really don't know who this person is. They gonna keep they standards up, they fronts or whatever it is, and they gonna show you the perfect person. And then once y'all move in, y'all click up and whatever. Nah, you like, damn, this ain't the same.
That's where you messed up at too. Stop moving in with these motherfuckers. Ain't no moving in. Stay in your.
Listen, that sound cool.
That's what we messed up at though.
Y'all gonna start leaving shit over at a nigga house anyway, trying to make sure ain't nobody else coming to visit. So if you stay here and you ain't worried about that, but see, this is going a little bit off topic. If a motherfucker comes spend the night and you leave, take your shit home with you. You don't have a drawer. You don't have no faux dresses just in case. Take your shit home. You come spend the night, bring you something. When you leave, take that shit back with you.
I got a question for you, Dre. You at 50. You 50 years old. So at 50 years old, you saying that, you don't see no starting over in you. You still gonna have multiple women. If you and your woman don't work out, I can't see you just knocking off one female, once a week. You gonna have your rotation.
I'm gonna say like this. Hold on. I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If this don't work out with my girl, I will never be in another relationship. I'm gonna be a sugar daddy, straight sugar daddy. Once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna have a budget. I'm gonna sit that shit to the side. It's gonna be a budget. And that way I ain't gotta deal with shit. You come through, like they say, Mr. James, you come through, take care of Mr. James, you get your money, get your ass up out of here. You can't eat over here, you can't spend the night. All your shit was in the budget. You wanted some McDonald's or some Felipe's, all that shit was in your budget and your contract. We negotiated that. Yeah. That's it, get up out of here.
So how often you think you'll be trying to knock something down?
Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks.
You think you, man?
Bro, I ain't Superman no more.
You ain't the old Drake?
No, I ain't the old Drake.
You Clark Kent.
I'm like Clark Kent.
Well, you know what? For me, I think at 50, if me and my girl don't work out, I'm gonna get my way. I'm gonna still get me something nice. And
but it's a difference in having something nice and being in a relationship.
Well,
every time a relationship don't work, you just go to another one, and go to another one, and go to another. Ain't that draining though?
That's kind of dysfunctional too.
I think it's draining for you and Drake because y'all compromise everything. I'm not the type of guy.
You doing the compromise?
You compromising too.
I have a controlled environment.
No, you have a controlled environment. It's not control.
Everybody that dates ball, they already know, certain rules you gotta follow, certain things you can and you cannot do, because I like structure.
But you gotta realize, ball, I don't give a fuck. You not the old ball like I'm not the old Drake. As you get older, we don't have that energy. We still may feel like we're a dime or a quarter, but we don't have them little
you don't feel used up. You just keep getting used up from woman to woman.
It's like we like a battery.
But I just don't see it like that. I just think, when I see a woman across the room, I just don't see her say I want to go knock her off. You know what? I want to go get to know her. I want to talk to her, see where her head at.
Everything you talking about, boy, that sound good, but it costs to do this. And you know what? It's kind of like Instead of buying something, you got it on lease. Because every woman you deal with, you're going to have
But
to keep
anything
spending
I
money.
fuck with, it will be a lease with an option to buy. That's how I look
Nigga,
at
you
it.
ain't bought nothing yet. You're 50. When you gonna purchase?
And you know what?
When you gonna make a purchase?
Until I have it my way, you know what? I just keep leasing.
And
You
it
know what
looks
I'm saying?
like, okay, so it looks like from the time you started dating, what age did you really consider yourself starting
Let's just say
dating?
20.
20. Okay, from 20 to the age you are now.
I got a 30-year stretch.
You haven't made any purchases. You just
Yeah, I
continue.
made purchases. I made large purchases. There was bad investments.
Yeah.
Oh, that they just broke. Okay, so even from those bad investments, you don't look at it as just being draining to keep starting over and over and over and over, making.
Because I'm getting it my way. See, when the ass fall out, that usually come with maturity. Usually women outgrow me. I can honestly say, you know what, I can mess with a woman for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. But at some point, she said, well, you know what? He ain't going to allow me to do this. You ain't finna sit up here and call me and be like, well, me and my girls, you know, we finna take a girls trip. No, the fuck you ain't. You ain't finna call me and be like, well, you know what? I'm going to spend it on my girl house. You can't do that. So when a woman start wanting to do the shit a lot of these modern women do, they usually know, like, you know what? I got to break things off with him, or, you know, we just going to start going our separate ways. Because you can't do that with me. I think a lot of these women, especially today, 2025, 2026, these women want to move with their homegirl. They want to call their dudes bro. They want to be friends with them. I don't have to.
A lot of girls have said if relationships don't work, even marriages, that they would move back home or move with their sisters and stuff like that.
But if you move back home, just think about this, Barb. If you move back home, that means your mom in the same situation you in.
Do you?
So there you go. Your mom come from a failed relationship, and that's now.
That don't mean your mother in the same. No, I disagree.
That's who you getting your advice from.
So you got three women in one house. We talked about this.
Yeah,
you got the grandma, you got the mama, and you got the daughter. All three of them in one house. Ain't none of them married. You don't think that's failure?
No.
That's failure to the highest level, Barb.
No, I don't think it's failure. You just wasn't no motherfucker. You didn't get married. It didn't work out. Maybe you didn't attract the right person, or maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't do the correct.
Or maybe it's a
you
history.
have to understand. Every woman is not meant to be a wife. Every woman don't know how to be a wife.
If every woman not meant to be a wife, what is she meant to be?
I don't know. Shit,
So when I talk like that,
so that's three generations of Jangalines then.
And you know what? That's what they produce. You got hoes producing hoes.
You have to accept
and when you treat them like a hoe, you wrong. You just said out your own mouth. If this is the bloodline, if it's a bloodline of hoes, and she come and walk up to me, I already know who your mom is. I know who your auntie is. So you know what? If I sit up and tell you he go $40, why are you getting offended? You come from a long line of hoes.
But she could be an expensive hoe. She ain't got to be cheap like all
Who
that.
make her expensive?
She don't want
If her mama was a $2 hoe,
that don't make
was she a $200 hoe?
Well, it could be if that's what she wants to be.
Inflation.
If that's what she wants to be. But it just goes back. And then I'm going to take it even a little further. I really don't think it's an age limit to call it quits. Call it quits whenever you want to call it quits. Because like I say, you have so many people out here that start dating early. And when you start off in these early relationships, you destroy yourself. Because from 15, you 15 and you done been with a boy till you 26. Now, okay, y'all might got 3 kids. He done did all this and paid the bills, and y'all done tried to make it work. Then at 30, you don't want to do it no more.
See,
so now the relationship is over. So now you got to think from 16 to 30, I done been with this one gal. We done had 3 kids, and at that age, she probably like, fuck this. I want to have some fun now. I don't want to do
Now she want to be a hoe.
I don't want to. Well, y'all can call her whatever y'all want to call her. If y'all want to call her hoe,
You trying to make both sides of the
you don't want to do it no more. You want to have fun.
When a female is in a relationship in her 20s, it usually keep her honest so she don't be correcting all the mistakes she did in her 20s and her 30s.
Not if you fucking with a whole ass nigga.
What make a whole ass nigga?
What's honest?
What make a whole ass nigga because he keep her on the tab?
No, you got a lot of niggas out here hitting on women, verbally abusive.
Okay, but don't you think that's a whole stupid ass if she want to stay with a nigga that's black in her ass?
She could be stupid or whatever.
Okay, well let's just say, let's take accountability.
Okay, we gonna take that. show say she was stupid in stages. She was 30.
Oh,
Now
she's money hungry.
now she don't want to do it no more. Now she 30. She got 2 kids. She done left her man.
And her value fell through the floor.
No, because at 30 she still can have children.
Well,
She
you got to take care of 2 kids and a woman.
That's not his.
I don't want to take care of a whole bunch of kids and a woman. Men date the women, not the kids. So why would I have to sit up here and go get something to eat and I got to buy your 2 kids something to eat too? Why? Because y'all come as a combo?
Listen, I don't see nothing wrong if you didn't already been in these relationships. If you could call it quits at any age you want to call it quits. Any age you want to go out there and have you a good time and just be wild and do whatever you want to do.
Bro, let's use the word hoe.
I'm not going to say
what you saying wild. So what does wild mean?
Be free. Be free spirit. That's the new word. You can be free spirit. If you want to be a free spirit, that's what the new generation.
So that's being a hoe. So you want to be free spirit, you can. You promote hoism.
I promote being
free, doing what you want because usually whatever women
because
do,
she been trying,
they usually regret it in their 30s.
Hell, like I just said, 50.
Listen, you saying it's never too late to start over. I feel like it's too late for men to start over that's broke and for women when they can't give a man a child. So it gotta be some type of, cutoff. You see what I'm saying? Realistically, it gotta be a cutoff. Every woman always saying, okay, he just wasn't the one, the next one coming. And it was a comedian had a joke say, yeah, you waiting for the right one, it's gonna be Jesus. And that's gonna be for real. Everybody keep waiting for the perfect woman or man, and you gonna wind up die alone. You see what I'm saying? A lot of women, I ain't gonna say men, you know what, I say men too. A lot of us messed over some good women, and then a lot of women messed over some good men. And when a woman messes over the good man, it's always trying to upgrade her lifestyle.
But what about this though? You're right, I agree with you. But what about this? What I think relationships lack is accountability more so on the woman part. Because I have never met a woman and I asked her, so you know what, baby? How your last relationship went? Oh, well, the first guy, he beat my ass. Oh, the second guy, he just didn't understand me. Oh, the third guy, he didn't want to get married. You always blaming the man. You never, not one time you did something wrong in a relationship. Have you ever dated a woman and she just told you, listen.
I got a smart mouth.
Well, you know what? Listen, baby, I'm a piece of shit. And I
don't think nobody's going to say they're a piece of shit now.
Well, that's right. I'm saying it bluntly. But a woman knows if she a cheater, you a piece of shit.
She a thief.
If you a mouthy ass woman and your mouth usually get your ass beat, you a piece of shit. So all the things that equal to a piece of shit, you can sit up here and say, you know what, I'm a mouthy woman, and you know what, this is what I translate by while we talking mouthy. When a woman say I'm a strong black woman,
that's what I was
that means get the fuck away from her.
They gonna say strong-minded. I was too strong for him.
Why would you run? Why would you get away?
Because she's telling you I got a big ass mouth and I got a reputation of getting my ass beat for my mouth.
And then
she can be outspoken and you may not be able to just understand.
It's the same thing, but
I'm very outspoken myself.
And how many times you got? How many men have you fought?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Oh, shit.
But listen, just because I'm outspoken and a person doesn't know how to handle it doesn't make me a bad person to seem like I'm doing nothing wrong, because most of the time when I'm outspoken, I'm telling the truth about you anyway. So just because you less of a man and can't handle it,
you gotta be less of a man. So that's why you doing your shit.
Walk away.
Why you gotta be a bigger person?
Walk away.
I'm gonna get that shit. Fuck being a bigger person. Women and guess what?
That's your opinion. That don't make it the truth. That's just your opinion.
Half of the time it's the truth, and that's why they get mad.
You with a gut punch.
If the nigga talking reckless to you and he won't shut the fuck up, what's the picture you gonna happen?
Something
you go steal on me.
Right.
So what's the difference from a woman mouth and a man mouth? You think in your head you putting on this is a woman. You only can take so much. Yeah. I don't give a fuck who it's coming from. And she ain't gonna stop. I ain't got into arguments with women. They say the same shit at least 7-8 times over. You say, goddamn, I heard you the first 7 times. Why the fuck you keep going? Well, I want to make sure you heard me. Listen, how about this? Just leave it alone. No, I ain't leaving it alone. Next thing you know, she upside down.
But you know what? Bro, I swear to God, I think some women like that type. Yeah. They like that type of shit, bro.
Yes.
They like that shit.
Yeah, that's great.
But it ain't nothing wrong with women like getting their ass beat, not like getting their ass beat. But Barb was saying, in order for him to be the bigger person, he gotta take her shit and walk away.
No.
How about this? If you was raised properly, not you, Barb, but if the woman was raised properly, she wouldn't even put herself in a situation to get her ass beat.
And
That's what I believe.
She'd know how to express her
Yeah, I teach my daughter this. If a man stand up while y'all having a disagreement, or if he elevating his voice, or if he's walking up on you in a violent manner, grab your coat. Because if he put his hands on you, you can't win. You're going to get the bad end of the stick just because you feel you got to be heard.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of women fuck up. And I think that's what... So if a man fucking with a... what we call a strong black woman, or a woman with a strong mind, that means you're going to have to bust her head eventually. So you probably, when she said that, maybe we should just be cool. You know, I call you, you know, if I just want to jump off the top ropes and I don't want to hear none of your opinions, or I don't want to hear how you feeling, but we'll be cool like that. But when you start talking about taking her on and building a life with her, I don't think men should build a life with a strong woman that's highly opinionated. I don't think so.
See, that's you cleaning it up, man. I want to keep it a big mouth toxic woman. To me, it's not opinionated or nothing. A person can be like, well, you know, I feel you should have did that. To me, that's opinionated. Once you get to waving your hands and moving your head and talking crazy, now it's disrespect. So it's not the same thing. So I feel like this is why I stand. As a person, as a man should focus on getting himself together, focus on getting financially stable, date women, or wind up being with somebody that was there doing the grind. Don't choose nobody after you done made yourself and built yourself up, because number one, she ain't in there for you, she in there for the bag. If you older and you got your bag already, just be a sugar daddy, dog. Just go fly out, fly something in, go get you some, and just keep it pushing.
So let me ask you this, Dre. Do you think these women out here is dating for love, or are they dating for assets, or are they dating for finances, or are they dating for
depending on what age they are?
I think majority, and when I hate to even say a race thing, but majority of our people, our culture, is looking for a crutch. And the reason why I'm gonna just keep it
Don't
real.
do that.
Listen,
Don't do that.
listen.
Don't
All
do that.
these
Don't do
women,
that, Gard.
I ain't say all, I'm saying the majority. All you keep seeing on social media, women keep hollering, well, if you can't afford me, if you can't do this and that, and 9 times out of 10, they not in a position to do it for themselves.
Okay,
hold on, let me make this point. If I sit here and say, well, Barb, I'm used to wearing Gucci and all that, don't buy me no Air Max or no, you know, what type of level I'm on, and you ain't never saw me in no Gucci's, that's perpetrating. It's a lot of women out here be perpetrating, and like we done discussed, they save their money, they get their booties did, they get these nice purses and these outfits, like you said, they do it on
nice purses ain't real.
The
jury ain't real. A very low percentage of these women got real purses, real jewelry, shoes fake. That store in New York, the alley, they visit there.
But you gotta think, Ball, right now they got so many sites. If you got decent credit, they got Klarna, Firm, probably 70 other different ones where you can get a credit limit.
How many women you know they got good credit though, Dre? They fuck it up.
Honestly, I don't know, but I don't ask them.
What's the answer? Most women fuck their credit up.
Investing too much.
That's right. I investigate where the fuck I'm spending my time.
And that's why he gonna be one of the ones that's gonna, certain days she's gonna call it quits. He gonna stop. Because it's only so many miles you're gonna be able to put on that body to keep on going and going and going. And then you gotta understand, when you reach a certain age, a young girl ain't gonna want you for nothing. When you 60, 75,
That ain't
young
true.
girl,
Your boy gonna always sit on top of the fireplace. I'm always sitting on the
she gonna want that pocket.
And you know what? She gonna get a couple dollars. I'm gonna reach in there and pull out a nice nifty. She gonna get a nifty. Get over here and suck on this jock.
She gonna get more.
I'm gonna give her a nifty.
Nifty is $50.
And I'm he go this nifty, and when I start feeling good, I'm gonna pat her on the head and say that's enough. I don't even want to bust. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that type of old man.
It's a control thing with ball.
There you go.
You just
I land with that, Dre.
Get off our control.
Whatever.
I land with
Get back to you.
person.
When you talk about some on social, I'm gonna get back to you talking about the women.
Am I lying?
It's not just black women. It's all women.
Are we leading the pack?
It's all
Yes.
everybody.
That's yes or no.
No, we're not
Are
leading the pack. It's all
our
women.
black people leading the pack?
It's all
And consumers.
women. Everybody.
The
wants
black
something.
woman is the
okay.
number
So
one
what we gonna
consumer.
say? We gonna say that the white people go towards the athletes and stuff like that.
Yes, they do.
And then we gonna say the black women just go. Every woman want a bag. It don't matter what race
See,
you
I
are,
gotta
what
stop
color
you.
you
I
are.
gotta stop you. Once you bring athletes in, it's a difference.
Everybody want a bag.
You have a caliber. You have like.
God, you got
Listen,
all
hold
white
on.
trash. gonna get athletes. They
I'm
got
saying
nothing.
no. Normally, when you see a white woman with an athlete, she's out his caliber. You gotta think if you know. If you were
You out his caliber.
you saw all them ugly ass athletes, them niggas be through booking. So when I say she looked like something, he threw, and the only reason they together because he got all them millions. And you know any baby she produced with this motherfucker gonna take on his ugly ass genes. So she wanna be rewarded by being around him. So once the money gone, they normally get the fuck on. If he dated somebody in his caliber that wasn't as good looking, he may have somebody that's gonna be there for him. That's what people do. The average person get a few dollars and they start shooting for the stars. If you're gonna shoot for the stars, shoot for the stars when you broke. So if she fuck with you, I'm gonna give you an example. When my man wound up start knocking Fantasia down, the guy that met her that worked at the phone store. He shot for the stars, now he knocking her down. To me, that's what you do. You shoot for the stars, you gotta do it when you broke. You don't shoot for the stars when you got some money, because they coming in here using you.
I'm gonna say this, Dre. When you're talking about the black man and his position, most black men that get in position of wealth, it's not because they know how to play the stock game. It ain't because they highly educated. Most of them is because they good at sports. Half of these motherfuckers they not too bright. A lot of these guys out here, and I was in the streets, a lot of these men can't even count. So you think about, you taught coming up, get you some motherfucking money. Right now, when we was younger, Dre, it was hustling. We was out there doing what we do. But now, 2026, it's about scamming, sitting behind a computer, stealing people's shit. So this is what's going on. So you ain't finna get no badass white chick being a scammer because you can't even tell her what you doing. She ain't finna see you out in the public. She ain't coming to the hood seeing your jewelry and your nice car from you scamming. And most scammers, they don't leave out of their environment. Most of them want to stay right in Detroit.
Nah, that's over. That was back in the day. These new scammers is all out in Miami and all that, and they buy these Bentleys and Lamborghinis and attract these type of women. But it still goes back to men got to get their money up to pretty much, once you get a certain age, you just need to have money anyway. You know what I mean?
But Dre, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna just be real. Black men, we got to start educating ourselves, and we got to start getting a piece of paper saying we smart. We got to sit up and quit worrying about money. We got to advance it. How many times you had money, Drake, and fucked it up?
Keep worrying about
You
money.
got to. You know,
But hold on. That's the kind. In my opinion, you worried about getting you. Why the fuck is you worried about getting you some money and you 14, 15? You ain't getting your education. So now when you get 30, it's too late for education now.
Okay, now look what you just said.
That's fucked up.
No.
A lot of companies are started by the motherfuckers without degrees. They wind up being the richest motherfuckers. You know
What I'm talking about, Dre, I get what you, but
How many
I'm talking
people you
about
know with degrees that still fucked
How
up?
many men I know with degrees I can count on one hand?
Hey, I bet they ain't doing excellent.
They doing decent. But you know what they can do, Dre? They can fucking read. What they can do, they can fucking count.
Well,
What they can do,
high school.
But how many men got a high school diploma? Most of these guys dropped out in the 9th, 10th grade. Some of them dropped out in junior high school. So why did you worry about getting money when you're 13 years old? What I'm saying is, we gotta say, you know what? Yeah, I need to get this money, but shit, I gotta go to school with these fucked up shoes on, these fucked up clothes. But you gotta get your education in order for you to sit up here and do well later.
I disagree.
Stop right there. So now getting back to what we were talking about, everything you just said, how would you apply that to the subject of what we're talking about, starting over?
Okay.
How would you apply? Because now look, you have to think, relationships don't work for a reason. So if we had to name 3 things that could really cause a relationship not to work, we could say a lot of, we don't even have to say 3 things, we could say a lot of things. We could say a person's attitude, we could say a lack of education, we could say a lack of finances and all those things. So if you think about it, if a person is lacking a lot of things that could help a relationship, why would they take their time trying to start over when they ain't got the skills to keep the relationship going anyway? You see what I'm saying?
So they don't know.
A lot of people, but that's what I'm trying to say. So if you think about it, once you reach a certain age and you can't count, you can't read, you're not the brightest person, you don't have much to offer in a relationship, you got a bad attitude, you outspoken, you all of these things. Would you rather, I would if I was that person, just quit and say, fuck a relationship, I don't want to start over because I don't even have the components to even have the sense to even know how to use the components to make a relationship work. And that's the main problem. We as people don't know how to make a relationship work, and that's why we bounce from relationship to relationship, and by the time we get a certain age, we have to quit.
Barb, sometimes people don't know they that fucked up. A lot of people always be like, it was them, it was him. And it goes back to, like Barb said, it's accountability. You know what I mean? Like, we done talked about, like, literally everything. And then I had conversations with y'all, and I also had conversations with my brothers about having kids and bringing them into this world, paying child support and all that shit. Shit I could avoid it. And I always thought, nah, it was the time, I was too young. In reality, I wasn't educated. Nobody educated me on, like, well, this is how you move. And then I didn't educate the ones coming behind. You know, it's like a cycle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you, but I'm also saying too is that all of what Ball said makes a lot of sense. But when you get into relationships and you go into these relationships with these issues and with these problems, that relationship don't work. You're going to go to another, you still got the same problems and the same issues. So by the time you reach 50, 60 years old, you don't even want to date a motherfucker no more because you still fucked up as an individual. So you don't even know, most of us don't even know how to make relationships work. We figuring this shit out while we dating. Well, am I right or wrong? Do we figure it out as we date?
But okay, I see where you're going. But see, this is the thing. How can I go to my mom for advice about my relationship when every relationship she been in failed? How can I go to my uncle about my relationship when this dude don't even see nothing?
So, who do you go to?
Hold on, this is what I'm getting at.
Trial and error.
No, fuck that, Dre. That's the mistake. That's what got us where we at right now. Where a man can't respect a woman and vice versa. I think, like we always say, I believe every black person in the United States need counseling. We have got immune to abnormal shit. I'm immune to sitting up here seeing a chick getting her ass beat. I'm immune to seeing niggas getting shot. I'm immune to a woman, putting her finger all in the man's face, talking to him all crazy. I'm immune to it.
But if you look at this, Ball, all that shit comes from slavery. I mean, it's got to be a root cause of all that. Think about it.
But how do you break that?
It's generational curse.
But how do you break that? You know what?
I don't know how
Some
to break
people
it.
don't know how to break it, but the thing is, what we're trying to say on the platform is this, and I mean, people may say that I'm wrong for saying it, but a lot of relationships are going to end up with the big Q, with the big quitting, with the big unmarried, because of the simple fact that we as people don't know how to make it work. And when we get frustrated, the first thing we say is just, fuck it, I'm good. I'm not fit to do it. It's 7 years in my relationship. 7. Now, if I make it to 10, 15, okay. But now, how many people make it that far in a relationship? Some people be in relationships forever, 20, 30 years. Wasting time. Your time is valuable, and they walk away and call. If I spent 30 years with a motherfucker and I don't got no ring, no kids, no shit.
But see, a ring is not the key.
Okay, take out the
It's
ring.
for the woman, not for the man.
Well, see, and this is where a lot of these men make mistakes because, like I always say, it's two things that change a woman: it's kids and marriage. Soon you put a baby up in her, now she changed and now she talking to you crazy, treating you different because she feel like she got a priority in your life. If you marry her, she even got a receipt saying she on your motherfucking ass, so she wanna know where you at, where you going, how long you'll be there.
Well, shit, you got girlfriends that wanna know that.
Well, we talking about I ain't never had a girlfriend that put pressure on me. I had a baby mama that put pressure on me. She was a problem. And this is what the women do. They study becoming an asset in men's life. Once a man put a baby,
Well, I always
you
say
become a
now,
problem.
a woman becomes a problem. Women may be a problem. Not talking about your situation, but sometimes the man makes the woman that problem.
No, she's the
Sometimes,
problem. She came.
sometimes the things y'all do make people a
We
problem.
always talk accountability. Can somebody make you a problem?
Yep.
Can a guy be putting so much meat in you, he makes you crazy?
That's how it happens.
Yeah, well, that possibly could happen, but he could just make me a problem just by his attitude and the way he acts.
So can you make him a problem?
Yeah.
Listen, an old OG told me this back in the days. Never give them too much, give them just enough. And that goes to you give them too much, they go crazy. Your windows get bust out, all that type of shit. Fuck that shit.
I just think a man, long as a woman don't know she got you, she's gonna always try to impress you.
Yep.
No, she ain't. Long as she,
Bullshit.
once she gets tired of figuring out whether she got you, she gonna go to the next nigga and figure out how he. That's how we keep moving. Because they give up.
Women don't be like that.
Roll through the mud.
And I'm gonna tell any guy that listen, if a woman wanna leave you and go sample another nigga, you never let her come back the way she left. If a chick wanna go and mess around, the first 6 months she come back, she can't do nothing but suck meat. I don't even want to sit and put my meat up in
Okay,
you.
so what's the rule for when a man wanna go sample?
I'm not a woman, so I can't tell you
So the
that.
same thing applies if he go off, don't ever. But see, that's the problem. Yo, we do let them come back the way they left. Let their asses stay out.
They probably left up to you anyway.
Women cheat. But my thing is, if we gonna talk about cheating, we gotta talk about why. Most of these men is dating women and mess around with women that they think is beneath them anyway. A lot of these women is being tolerated by men. That's why we like wherever it don't work out. Fuck it.
Okay, so back to what we talking about starting over. Okay, you said you would quit if your relationship
If
didn't.
this relationship don't work out with my girl, I would never be in another relationship because I'm at the age where I feel like it's a lot I want to accomplish. I want to open up a few businesses, and it's a lot. Pretty much, long story short, it's a lot of shit I want to accomplish. When you're single, you can reach this goal quicker than when you're in a relationship. Because when you're in a relationship, it's a we got to do this. We need to do this. We need to go to this event. You buying a burger for two. Everything is us. You got to think when a person is by himself, shit, he go get a pack of lunch meat. He ain't got to go out. I've been there where I wore, the same clothes and I grinded and I did that. I know the struggle. I done bought property and stayed and I'm fixing it up. A woman, if you buy a house, it gotta be A1 before she step foot in. I know how to go in that motherfucker and wash up with a water hose while I'm fixing it. You see what I'm saying? Men can be savages. We can do what we need to do to get to the goal. It's easier for, I ain't gonna just say for men. It's easier for any man or woman to accumulate and reach their goal quicker when they're single because it's tunnel vision. A relationship is a distraction, but it's also a compromise and a sacrifice. Like nothing wrong with my relationship. We perfect, we happy, but if it didn't work out, I'll never be in another relationship.
And would you say that because it would be, okay, I'm understanding everything you said, but do you think starting over would be too stressful? Or would it just be a waste of your time?
It ain't a waste of my time. I don't want to get to know nobody. I've been in relationships where women lied, women cheated, women stole, women were deceitful, and I don't want to waste that type of time when I already know what I want. Like normally when a man come in, except ball, he's the exception. The average man come in trying to jump off the top rope, and once we get to dealing with you, we get to know who you are, and then we find ourselves in a relationship. So I don't want to do that no more if this don't work out. I'm not even gonna give myself the chance to know this woman. I'm coming through it, a few dollars, jump off the top rope. All right, I'll see you later, and keep it pushing. I'm not gonna let.
And that's how I agree. And I'm not even just saying the age. I just think it's just a waste of time. I'm not even looking at the age point of it for me. I disagree with Ball when he says that he's gonna continue and continue and continue. To me, it drains you. It's stressful. It's just too much going on. When you could, when you could just go on, be with somebody, get what you gonna get. They gonna get what they get, and you go on about your way. Because when you think about it, getting to know people takes a lot of time, and it's so many different components that you can add into a relationship. And we just said it, when you don't even have them or you know how to use them, it's like a waste of time. So to me, starting over is just quitting ain't no problem. Ain't no wrong with just jangling for benefits.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
I don't feel like nothing wrong. It's just it's stressful.
I'm gonna say this, Barb. The reason why I had 4 businesses, you know what I'm saying? And I had started with women, and I started 2 by myself. It's hard. It's almost impossible for a man to grind, maintain, have a business going on. You only one person at the end of the day. So you try to find a person that meets your energy. And you hope that y'all can make things out. But what I learned if you pick a woman up out the garbage can and you build her up on your level, that motherfucker gonna have the audacity to someday step up to the platform and challenge you.
She's supposed to.
So my question to you is
that's just how women is.
And
this is where I'm going. You gonna sit up here and say, you know what, I'm gonna get you together, and which is, to most women, gonna say you done the right thing, and then they gonna turn around and say she done the right thing. My thing is this: you can't give up. That's how life works. The life is you have to continue to revolve. You have to continue to grow. So you know what? Just because I had did things with this person didn't work out, doesn't mean I won't sit up here engaged in another financial victory.
I am gonna, but see, I look at it different from you, because I look at it that I am gonna continue to grow, and I am gonna continue to be the best. But I'm gonna be the best at my way, doing it my way.
But
I don't have to be in a relationship with anybody where I have to do the things basically like this. The man that gets the benefits that he gets from me now, if it doesn't work, no other man will get those benefits. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but see, you're a female.
I'm not giving
you those females get help. You got a vagina. So that's like, you know what, a lifeline. Men ain't got no lifeline. If we don't sit up here, if we don't figure it out, you go fucking drown. See, when you start drowning, the nigga see some bubbles, he go dive his punk ass in the water and say, go throw you a life preserver. We don't get that. So I don't think a woman and a man is playing from the same rules. I think women, like how you just said, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. You still think at 50, you know what? A nigga gonna come through, give me a couple $100.
Honey.
You see what I'm saying? What you think a nigga wants to come through, give you $500 for a shot? I'm thinking $40, $50.
Well, you ain't, you know,
You see what I'm saying?
we not even 52. First off, listen, just because I say I'm not dating, don't mean I'm not going to be out there searching for the proper bag.
Right.
But
I'm not going
you think about it at 50 years old, Barb.
Mm-hmm.
Where you think you finna pull up at, and you think a nigga will walk up to you and be like, hey baby, what's going on? That got his shit together. You gonna have that nigga that just lost his job walk up to you. Yeah, word.
No, I ain't. You a damn fool. You lost your motherfucking bag.
Y'all gonna have to pull the booty shorts out.
You went crazy.
A nigga gonna walk up to you with his hand together like this and say, please.
Damn bag.
Only niggas that bad. Only niggas that bad.
I don't even look 50. You only know I'm 50-something because I'm saying it, but you don't know how old I am. In a club dressed up, you wouldn't know how old I was.
Well, Bird, you don't dress like you 20. You have everything in place. I can look at a woman and be like,
You wouldn't know how.
Anything over 35, anything over 35, you gotta start looking a little closer. You gotta start tuning in and like, okay, does she have any wrinkles here? You gotta pay attention because I know what I'm gonna get from a
Well,
woman.
motherfucker got that makeup on and them disco lights.
That's
You
right.
ain't gonna be able to
Well,
tell.
once you got the lights on, when the lights come on, and most of these guys stand at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
They stand.
Well, like I said, even when you're not dating or whatever, everybody still got a certain type of person you gonna look with to sex with. He got a certain type of female he gonna want to sex with and play with. I'm gonna have a certain type of man I want to sex
But
with.
tell me, how do you get the man you want sex with? If he don't greet you or come to you, how do you get him?
It's
All she gotta
okay.
do
You
is
just
go to the
walk
bar.
up. What up, though?
Niggas,
I'm
niggas
saying,
know they
let's
shot
say
at
you
the bar.
like, let's say you like tall, dark skinned guys, you know, that's 6'3" and better. What make you think he's going to want a 50-year-old woman?
He don't know how old I am, motherfucker. I
You
just told you that.
He know you over 35. What make you think?
What doesn't mean I walk straight up to him and say, "Hey, boo, how you doing?
He gonna say I'm doing all
You
right.
okay? You don't know me."
Well, I'm a 6'4"
Okay,
nigga.
you gonna say, but see, you all that bullshit. You all that dumb shit. That's what you are. I'm telling you, I can walk up to a
Okay, hold on, I'm 6'4".
chocolate ass nigga,
I'm 6'4",
and I can
dark
get
skin.
me a drink, and I can hold me a
Okay,
conversation, and I can get a
That's
phone
right.
number, and I'm gonna be okay. I can tell you what I can do.
You walk up to me and say, "How you doing?"
How you doing? You all right?
I'm
You
doing
ain't gonna
all right.
say it like
I ain't
that.
gonna say it like that.
Well, come on, let's try it. Because I want to show Barb that's bullshit. You want to
No, you go about your attitude, but what I'm telling you is that I can walk into a bar and it's all about flirt.
Barb, after you get bing, bing, bing a couple times, you shoot you down a couple times. You go,
stop
see,
it.
guys are used to getting
Stop.
shot down. Guys, we sit up here, we take on the
I
chin.
don't-
Women not used to getting shot down until they get older. When they was in their 20s and 30s, they was, men was running through.
I'm sorry.
Barb, I'm being real. We gotta be real.
Well, I'm sorry.
Barb, at 50, 60 years old, ain't nobody running to the bar to buy you no drink no more.
Who, me?
No woman that's 50, 60 years old.
I don't know what
That's
that
close to
is.
70.
Well,
But when you was 20,
I'm
when you was 20,
I'm in a
you was
relationship. I
He's
don't know.
close to 70.
I don't know what he
Well, you
talking
gotta think
about.
if you 30
I don't know
and
what he
20,
talking
guys
about.
run to a bar
Okay.
like, baby, what you drinking? And they even buy your friend something.
See, I disagree with that. It depends on how they dress. See, I don't give a fuck.
Thank you. You don't know.
It depends what your body look like, what your
It's a
face
lot
look
of
like, and
50-year-olds
how you
got
dress.
bodies of 30-year-olds and looking
I
good
agree.
when you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know how old they are. So when your man, what you gonna say, hey, baby, how old you are? Let me see your ID.
So you
He
go.
would, 'cause you don't want to get old.
Hold on. So you go. So hold on. If the guy came and said, "Baby, how old are you?" What you gonna say?
Age ain't number the number.
Oh, you go camouflage.
Age ain't number.
Just say I'm 50.
Age is a number.
If it don't matter, just say
Baby, it don't
I'm 50.
matter how old I am.
When a young
It's
girl asks
about-
me, you know what? How old are you, sir? I'm 50, baby. Because I know it don't matter.
It don't-
As long as
I'm gonna say age ain't number
I'm
the
gonna tell you
number.
this, and this is the God honest truth. As a man, you can get any woman you want as long as you got two things. That's what it is.
Some money.
200, bro. If you got $200, you can get any woman you want. What woman, Drake, you want me to give you $200?
It's a few for 200, boy.
Come on, 200
It depends
is
on
the mountain top.
It depends on the level, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, what do you care about the level? What kind of level?
Because you gotta think it's some women that go out. You see, like, boy, you gotta think we done had some top echelon motherfuckers. Like, then when I also say about going out the culture, going out the race, that 200 only gonna pass to certain motherfuckers. And then when I say certain motherfuckers,
So if a chick 50,
motherfuckers that's
would
fucked
you
up.
shoot that 200 to a 50-year-old woman?
Well, first off, you gotta be a bad motherfucker at 50 for me to even be attracted to you. Now, but at the same time, if I'm at the bar,
y'all is
I'm trying to be. Listen, if
Only way a 50-year-old gonna get $200 out of me if she gives it to her daughter.
See, I disagree. Me dealing with somebody that's 50, you gotta think if you at the bar. Normally, back in our days when we was going to the bar, motherfucker go, you have a few drinks. I don't care if she 50 or 30. If this woman is, you know what I mean, she look like something, got a nice body, you attracted to a guy gonna throw a shot. Now, wifing her up, being with her and all that, that may be different. Like if you 50, you gonna deal with somebody maybe 30 up to 50. You see what I'm saying? But if I was 30 and dating somebody 50, I'm thinking, damn, I want a baby. I gotta be, cause you gotta think, if you're 30 and she's 50, shit, when you hit 40, she's gonna be 60. You see what I'm saying? So that age is a motherfucker. Now
Hey,
she got the sharp
have you ever knocked off a woman 60-something years old before?
Nah.
You know what?
Nah.
Because she gonna tell you this. You can't be having sex with me like that.
Not all 60-year-olds.
I never saw nobody 60 that I was attracted to.
And you don't like that, how you know it? You don't even fuck 60-year-olds. So how you know what a 60-year-old woman wants? You don't want that tame pussy. I think you just can't have that seasoned pussy. You don't want that good shit. See, you want pussy that you can tame
I don't want some everybody. First, I don't want some everybody in
but
there.
shit, everybody that had that 30-year-olds in his head.
I know she can't put her legs behind her head.
You know.
Because she already everything hurt her.
Is it any 50 and 60-year-old women that's watching this that are very athletic and can do the things that balls say that 50 and 60-year-olds cannot do?
And let's talk about what let them do. Let a man put it all in. Let him. Let him beat that motherfucker.
TikTok baby. You think what you doing is some special? Boy, if you shut up.
One thing about youth, they fun. Old women ain't fun. Young girls fun. Just like ain't no old nigga fun. These chicks want a young nigga. You got women now, 56 years old, going after these guys in their 30s because they know, you know what, he fun.
Yeah, for sex, but she going after the bag.
Thank you.
She want that bag.
She want that
her life to
bag.
change.
She wants for him for some shit.
So you think a young nigga can take care of an old chick?
No, she ain't going to him for that. She going to him for the D.
Yeah, she
coming to you for the money.
She going to the old guy that's stable.
And that's why I don't fuck with old chick because you know what? She still thinks she young. Now if I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna play the game with a young chick that's still in the game. I'm not finna go with an old chick that's trying to play the game. You wanna sit up here at 50, 60 years old, in my opinion, you already went to the wash. You washed up. Now what it is, you can pick from low-bearing fruit. You gotta go pick the fruit up. You gotta low-bearing fruit that's on the ground. Like an apple tree. You can't go pick from the top shit. You gotta pick that shit up with the worms in it on the ground. You gotta get what you know.
Well, I forgot you don't.
So you think it's
I just really don't think you have the right to even speak upon something like that because you don't like older women.
Why do you think I don't like them?
But I'm saying you can't say
I don't like them. I don't perform, and you know what?
You really can't even speak on that.
I feel like I don't have to get what's in front of me.
I know you don't, but you really can't have the platform to speak on that because you don't like seeing.
But why you think so?
I don't know why you don't like it. I don't know.
Bro, when I was 30, I was fucking with 20-year-olds, right?
I don't know.
When I was 40, I was fucking with 30 years old, right?
It could be the challenge.
The thing is, because you know what? I had an older chick one time in my 30s. She said, well, you can't be sitting up here fucking me like one of them young girls. You can't be lifting my legs like that. Well, I thought about it. And I thought about it.
One girl.
Absolutely
You got
right.
one girl that told you that and you went down to the heels.
Well, Barb,
some old women,
you know what? Like you said,
take me through that.
Until you start taking them, you start hearing, ouch. Hold on, wait a minute. Don't no man want to be hitting no chick. He pushing it. She's sitting up here stopping. You fucking up my rhythm. Don't
must
push.
have had knee surgery or some shit.
Well, shit, these women beat up like these niggas beat
I'm talking
up.
about that's why she wouldn't let you push her legs back.
I don't know. I ain't reading on medication. I don't know what she going through. Only thing I can tell you is what's going on out here. If you got a chick that's 56 years old, she's going to have some things she's been through over time. It's called gravity. You just have gravity.
Your DM about to blow up with some 50 and 60-year-olds that's fit to put you to the max. They go challenge you.
Challenge me to what?
Challenge!
To what?
Like, what's up?
They're not fun. And I don't need no woman telling me what she is and she ain't gonna do. So they won't even come towards me.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to. I'm siding with you, but not siding with you. If me and my girl same age, well, I'm a little bit older. If me and her don't work out, I probably wouldn't date anybody over 40 from here on out. As a matter of fact, I won't even be dating.
But Trey, I wonder why.
Top rope.
I wonder why. Because you know a woman that's 50 is close to 60, and the things that come with getting old.
A man 50 is close to 60.
Yeah, but as long as he got 200.
You ain't jumping off that top rope.
As long as he got 200.
Yeah, you can get 200 and she going on, like I said, that youngin' going for the D, that young girl going for the D and coming to you for the money.
Yeah, but at some point, once you get older, you already know. You should know that. You should expect that. Because like I said, I would be a sugar daddy if me and my girl don't work out. And I know I'm sharing. So when she called like, well, Big Daddy, you know, I need a few dollars. I'm like, well, shit, come now. She may be like, well, give me about 2-3 hours. I got to do something with the kid. I know she might be over Jimmy's house.
Yeah,
watch that motherfucker up and
anytime a woman call a man and she want to give you something, you know you got to give her something back in return. Ain't no woman finna come through, or what you doing, I'm finna come through, and you an older gentleman. Yeah. She wants something. A light bill due, telephone bill, car insurance, car note. Something is wrong, and she need help. When a woman call on to volunteer some vagina to an older man, that means something went wrong. And the man, he don't care what went wrong. That means he know what he finna get.
You saw
he finna get his balls licked. He finna get some.
I need that money,
And see, and you know what, Parker? We was even talking about earlier. When things go wrong with a woman, ain't no man finna be like, well, damn, baby, you 60 years old. Let me go on over there and pay your telephone bill. He don't give a fuck.
Unless he's 70.
Unless he's 70. She's still nice.
Well, you saw this kid,
Funny. Just funny. They funny. They got jokes for 2026.
You go over there after she take a
But anyway, we were talking about starting over and does age matter when it comes time to quit. And we all have different opinions. I'm going to give y'all mine once again. I think age doesn't matter. I mean, I think when you've given it all you can and been hitting block after block after block, relationship after relationship, and you just decided you want to call it quit, I think it's fair game. I don't really think you have to be in a relationship to get money or to have sex or to have fun. I mean, a relationship is just a title, and you know, it's a comfort. I think that you can also have a friend that would be willing to take care of you and do things for you, just like somebody that's calling you their man or their woman or something like that. So for me, age ain't a difference. I mean, quitting is cool if you want to call. I don't look at it as failure either. I look at it as being stress-free, not having to deal with the bullshit, the drama, and trying to figure out who a person is and building a person up and all the elements that comes to a relationship. Starting over is just a lot. So for me, hey, I say if you're willing and you done did it all and you want to quit just Django, say ring my bell, call me up and tell them to take you on through there.
From my point, I can understand. I remember when I was a kid, we used to always have names, old guys, Big Money Green. You know, that type of stuff, Big Money Green, Mr. Brown, not Mr. Brown, just making up names, but they always had the nicest car. They used to keep a bankroll on them, and they was always single. Or, you know, their wife may have one on, but they never got back married. Mm-hmm. Now I understand the role of the sugar daddy. The sugar daddy keeps the economics up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women out there hurting. A lot of y'all need a little help, you know what I mean? But it go hand in hand. You helping the lonely old man. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like a woman, you know, when you start hitting 40s and 50s and you not gonna get married, you don't see a future with this man, just stay by yourself. But the man, when you 40, 50, 60 and you ain't got no money, you through. You better have you some money. Be like Mr. Green, Big Money Grip or whatever. Otherwise, these women is not dealing with you, young or old. So I think age does matter to both, to men and women when they get older.
Well, for me, when to give up on a relationship. You give up on a relationship when it's no longer productive for you. When you can't get nothing out of a relationship that you feel you deserve. That's when I think you should give up on a relationship, when it becomes one-sided. How old should you be? old people go through shit just like young people go through. So I don't think it's an age. I mean, you got 70-year-olds out here dating. You got people out here 15-year-olds out here dating. And they going through some of the similar shit. People just bullshitting. You got women out here 60 years old, still think they 30, just because they went and got a BBL and they vagina steamed and they butt blew up. Some gel put in their butt, so now they think they are here competing with these young girls. So for me, I don't think it's about the age. I just think it's about the person. I totally disagree with Barb because
Always.
I think women have a vagina. Well, I know women have a vagina, and as long as they got a vagina, that's like a 911 report. You know what? I need help. They blowing you up. They might call 20 niggas. You know what? I got a flat tire. Somebody is going to get their ass up out their bed and come assist her. Now you think about it, man. If you got you know what? You can't pay your mortgage. You need $700. How many women you think you got to go through the call and they gonna come bring you $700? Matter of fact, let's just say, you know what? You out at the club and you forgot your wallet and you need somebody to come and pay that tab for you. How many women you think will be rushing down there to assist you? I don't think none. So I think a woman, what she brings to the table is something different, and I don't think Barb can say men or women going through similar things. It's not similar. Men help women. It ain't too many women out here that's helping a man. Even in a business, a man can have a business with a woman, a 50-50 business. He's the one making sure the repairs done. He's the one making sure, the physical shit is getting done. But you know what she gonna be doing? She ain't gonna notice none of that shit. She wanna be at the table when it's come time to divide the money.
Probably using her name. That's how he got it in the first place.
Well, if he is using her name, and that's all she brings to the table is her name.
Got the business.
Okay, but that don't make her 50-50. If he's doing all the footwork, he's handling, making sure everything is maintained, and he used that sound more like a 20-80. But you know what? The first thing she gonna say, just what Barb said, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have nothing. So my thing is, man, bring it to the table. Don't do that friendship. You my friendship. No, I'm gonna put this shit on paper. You let me use your name, I will make you a 15% partner. And when it come time to split it up, you take that 85 on every dollar and you give her that 15. She gonna be looking crazy as hell, but you gotta just tell her, like, listen, this is what we agreed to and stick to it. So that's the last word for me. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Conversation with the OGs. We out.
Peace.